Hi everybody, say hi to my parents.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. So we're at Balboa Park today. We randomly decided to take advantage of the Residents Get In Free Tuesdays, where every Tuesday residents get a free pass to certain museums, and it's different every Tuesday. Today it's the Veterans Museum, which has, you know, Korean War and what other kind of wars? Where there's stuff from?
They had some from the Korean War, some from the World War II.
Right, yeah. More recent wars, not anything super old, but that's okay, I guess. I'm not super into military history. And then also there's the History Museum and the Photographic Arts Museum, which I don't know. I don't remember even being to the Photographic Arts one before. Probably, yeah. Been a long time since you rock and roll. Anyway, so we're walking over there. It's a little bit of a walk, but it's through all these nice eucalyptus trees and stuff that were not originally in California. They were brought here to be used as railroad, I'm quoting him, brought here to be used as railroad fuel, only for them to realize that eucalyptus makes for terrible, terrible wood to use. For what?
Ties.
Oh, ties.
But they're too, what do you call it?
This splinter. So easily, yeah. So,
The wood is not solid.
right. But we have them all over the place. We've had them all over the place for the last, I don't know, 100 years, something like that. Anyway, random little fun fact. But yeah, Balboa is kind of like, if you come to San Diego, you have to go to Balboa Park. It's where the zoo is. It's where all the museums are. It's where the promenade is, which is really fun to just ride your bike down or just walk down. Steam Powered Giraffe used to busk down here like every weekend, sometimes during the week, back when they worked for pennies on the dollar. And there's a lot of other like great acts, because it's basically like you put your little ticket into this drawing, and if you get the drawing, then you haggle out. Whoa, it was loud. It was like right into the speaker. Anyway, you haggle out which spot you get to set up. But you know, I've seen Powered Giraffe, I've seen magicians, I've seen jugglers, I've seen there was a guy that had like a big didgeridoo. Is that what those really long? Didgeridoo? Yeah, he had a didgeridoo, and he was doing like dubstep didgeridoo. It was like whoa, yeah, it was crazy. I think I filmed it, but huh? Okay. Problem is, it's so bright that it doesn't really show up too much. Can we get through that way, or do we have to go this way?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
That way.
Okay, we're gonna go kitty corner. We're gonna cut across the grass because we're so brave. But then we have some other trees that are kind of cool. I don't even know what these other trees are called. I don't see them as often as I see the eucalyptus. The eucalyptus is scary though, because it'll like suddenly break off and people will get their cars crushed and their houses crushed and stuff, because a big old heavy branch will just like break and fall. But anyway, but yeah, so if you ever come down to San Diego, you should really check out Balboa Park. And a lot of the stuff you don't even have to pay for. I mean, like walking down the promenade is free. You just have to find parking. And the acts outside, they ask for donations, but you don't have to give them donations. And even when you do pay, like the museums, it's only like $15, I think, maybe cheaper. And some of the museums are always free for everybody, like the Timken Museum, which is like classical art. But yeah.
Oh, Timken Library?
I thought it was called Timken Museum.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a museum.
There's also an archery field over there, which Mallory, who you should be familiar with from the Gaming Lair, the board game video, she's the one with like crazy orange hair. Mallory and I are supposed to come and try the archery field sometime. There's a park. I don't know. There's a lot of parks. And then there's, and here's, well, you can't really see it, but there's the tower that is super, super iconic. So all the architecture, I'll film a little bit more when we actually get over to Balboa Park, but the architecture, so they built it for the World's Fair. Do you remember what year?
First one was in 1915, and the second one was in the late 1930s.
Let's try to go this way. No, I don't think you can.
Go by the zoo?
Yeah, okay. We'll just cut this way.
Go to the right.
Go about far.
But anyway, yeah, so they built all these fancy looking structures for World's Fair, and then people liked it so much that they actually paid to get it rebuilt in the same way, because when they first built it, they just built it as like a temporary thing, but people liked it so much that they had to actually build out of actual materials that wouldn't fall apart. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop filming here and then I'll wait till we get over to Balboa proper, because this is just a park and there's parks everywhere, and that's a park. Yep. Now I'm in proper Balboa. There's the fountain that is kind of iconic. It's not big right now, as she said. Over there is a zoo, and over there is one of the places that Theme Park Giraffe used to bus. But like, this is what I'm talking about. We got some guitar players. A lot of times there's face painting. A lot of times you'll see the bird rescue group, and they'll have like a bunch of parrots and stuff, and you can play with the parrots, and well, you can let them put the parrot on your arm. There's the tower, and we will get closer to the tower. And that's the promenade, by the way. And it's kind of crowded. I'm right here, Dad. And it's really, it's nice and flat. There's no real hills or anything, so it's nice to go cruising along on your bike or just walking. Here is the train. This is history? Oh, I thought the actual history museum was free today. Well, obviously I can't film in there, so BRB. So this is the botanical garden, which is probably my favorite place to come. Well, I like the Natural History Museum. My favorite free place to come. Inside that building there's all sorts of plants from all over the world. Here's this garden. It's been here for a while. I mean, this water garden. Right here is where Theme Park Giraffe used to busk a lot, and that's where I saw the didgeridoo guy. There's lots of koi and stuff in the pond. This is actually, the pond was destroyed like a year ago because they set up this yearly water gun fight that got advertised on Reddit, and of course 9 billion people showed up and they went crazy and they like tore up all the plants and just, you know, did what Redditors tend to do en masse, and caused like $20,000 worth of damage. So they had to completely rebuild all of this stuff, and that sucks, but yeah. Anyway, so these are the buildings I was talking about that they originally built them for the World's Fair, and then people liked them so much that they rebuilt them. They still look a little bit fake, to be honest, but they've been here for longer than I've been born, so they must not be quite as unsteady as they look. But so I just got back. It was not the History Museum that's free today, it is the San Diego History Museum, aka only history of San Diego, which is not really in my interest, pool of interest. I'm more interested in like ancient Greece history, Mesopotamia, that kind of stuff, but it's kind of cool. They had some art, and it was nice to see the art reflecting what I always think of as California, like the eucalyptus and everything like that. It's like, kind of makes me a little bit, I don't know if proud is the right word, but it's just like, yeah, that's where I live, you know. I don't really consider myself super attached to where I live, but as I was saying in my Los Angeles vlogs, that being outside of San Diego makes me miss San Diego, so I guess I'm more attached to San Diego than I realize. But anyway, there's a lot of people out today. But anyway, and then I went into the photography exhibit, which some of the stuff in there was, you know, frou-frou art, whatever, but some of it was, you know, from the recent conflicts in like Egypt and Gaza and Cuba and the Congo and all these other places, and some of them are very, you know, even though they're not snuff film level, like they're not that graphic, but they're graphic enough, you know, you can see the anguish on people's faces, and it's just like, oh, like, I don't want to. Looking at that picture forces you to step outside of your little, oh my god, you know, first world, everything's safe over here type things. I could not be a photographer in a situation like that, because I would just want to rush in and help everybody, even though obviously in a lot of those situations you can't help everybody, either because you don't have the resources or because those people don't want to be helped. And that's a whole other topic. Anyway, I'm gonna go walk around the botanic garden. There we go. And probably head home after that. I've got a lot of stuff I need to work on the channel, so I'm gonna try to get all that stuff done. But hopefully you've enjoyed this miniature tour of Balboa, and if you ever come to San Diego, you should probably go to the probably go to Balboa Park and the Botanic Garden. I like it because it's very calming inside there. There's like mist and plants. I'm making hand gestures you can't even see, but and of course the zoo, world famous San Diego Zoo. They got pandas, I hear, and a bunch of other animals too. Bye. Oh, that is a big fish. Hi. Can't see you. This butterfly is very hard to get in frame. Here, look at this caterpillar. Focus on a caterpillar.